There we go, man. There we go. The Commanders at pick 61 draft, defensive back Trey Amos out of Mississippi. I love it, man. I love it. Let's talk about it. So, Mike Green wasn't there. Two running backs at Ohio State were not there. Luther Burden was not there. And Trey Amos was the guy that I wanted the Commanders to draft at pick 61. I think he was the best player available. Let's talk about it. 6'1", 195 pounds, defensive back, like I mentioned. Prospect grade 6.35 will eventually be a plus starter. 10-yard split 1.6 seconds, 40-yard dash 4.43, vertical jump 32.5, broad jump 10.6, bench press 13 reps. Talk about his bio. 2020 in Louisiana, played in all 11 games as a reserve, 10 tackles, 1 interception. 2021, Louisiana played in 12 games with 2 starts, 14 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, 5 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble. 2022 Louisiana led teams with 8 pass breakups, played in 11 games with 10 starts, 35 tackles, tackle for loss, 8 pass breakups, block kicked. 2023 in Alabama, played all 14 games with 1 start, 12 tackles, 5 pass breakups. 2024 first team all SEC led team with 13 pass breakups, tied for the team, led with 3 interceptions, started all 13 games, 50 tackles, 3.5 tackles for losses, forced fumbles, transferred to Ole Miss in part to play for Pete Golding, who recruited Amos to Alabama before heading to Ole Miss for the 2023 season. Well, his projection was round two. NFL comparison is Tarheeb. Still, I'm looking at NFL.com. So his overview, long press cornerback would prove he can make the jump from the Sun Belt to the SEC without a hitch. Amos can disrupt the release and plays with a good short or area movement and man coverage. He can get a little lost at the top of the route and needs occasional safety nets over the top. He has twitchy feet to close and sees the action clearly from zone, but can be hampered by indecisiveness despite favorable instincts. Amos used physicality and length to shrink the 50-50 odds in his favor. He can play in multiple coverages, but is most consistent in zone. Amos needs to ramp up his run support and trust his eyes in space, but he has the goods to become a solid starting outside corner. Talk about his strengths. Possesses foot quickness and size to be a problem in press. Plays with pro coverage, agility, and transition quickness. Has body control and footwork needed to stay in phase versus NFL routes. Twitchy burst and long arms helps with catch disruption. Plant and drive is sudden and without stall at the top. Desired pacing, positioning, and vision in cover three looks. Allowed sub 19% completion rate on throws of 20 plus air yards for the career per PFF. Let's talk about his weaknesses. Can be a little too quick to open hips to route movement. Allows unnecessary separation from off man coverage. Needs better eye balance and decisiveness from off coverage. Loses some ground when it turns into a flat out foot race. Plays receiver's hands instead of the ball with back to the action. Arm tackler and slow to get rid of perimeter blockers. And now let's see all the news on Twitter. Like I mentioned, at pick 61, the Commanders draft defensive back Trey Amos. I love it, man. I really love it. You need a DB, and now you can move Mike Sanders still inside, move Trey Amos outside. You also have Marshawn Lattimore. This is a pick that I think a lot of the fans wanted, and this is what we love to see. I think everyone's loving it. Sophisticating presence at DB, allowed a 54.5 passing rating in 2024, including 10 pass breakups and 3 picks. He dominates in press zone looks and is also shut down in man. Has developed into a top 50 pick at Ole Miss after 1 year at Bama and 3 years at UL Lafayette. I love it, man. I love it. Really, nothing much else said. Again, you can talk about the measurables, and people are saying this is a steal of the draft. He's a home run pick. I love it. The value there at 61 is just amazing. And the cornerback room right now stands as Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Sanders, so Jonathan Jones, Trey Amos, Noah Igbenogany. This is what I am talking about, man. I get it. You still need help at edge rusher. I'm hoping in the later rounds you get Antoine Powell Riley. You need an explosive running back. Bashaw Tune is still there. Cam Scatterbo. So at pick 61, you get the best player available and you get Trey Amos. This is what I love to see. You get a guy who will learn under Joe Witt, who will learn under Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn and Joe Witt were a big part of the development of Trevon Diggs. And again, Trey Amos had an 89.9 coverage grade since 2023, fifth amongst defensive backs. Some big board rankings for Trey Amos. Pro Football Focus number 28, Daniel Jeremiah number 42, Mel Kiper number 43, Todd McShay number 48. Commanders got him with the 61st overall pick. Again, Steele from the Goat House on X. My number three cornerback, extremely instinctive and physical cornerback have elevated Ole Miss pass defense in 1 year, going to come in and make an impact from Dan Quinn since day one. A plus plus pick. Trey Amos is a commander. Let's freaking go, DC. Commanders fans, you got a good run. Trey Amos was my 16th overall prospect in this class. Washington got him at 61st overall. Shades of AJ Terrell, fast, long, fluid, twitchy, and so instinctive. Amos and Mike Sanders still in the same secondary is locked down. Hey, man, again, I'm looking at it right now. Getting some of these reps. This is amazing, man. This man did it in the SEC, one of the most hardest probably the most toughest conference in college football. What can you do in the pros? And you pair him up with a guy in Dan Quinn who I mentioned, developed Michael Parsons, developed um, Trevon Diggs, Joe Witt. I think this is a great fit. You get him at great value at pick 61, and I freaking love it. Do I think the Commanders will trade back into the third round? I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to wait till day 3 to see some moves, but I want to see a running back. I want to see a wide receiver. I want to see an edge rusher. We need edge rusher help ASAP. Adam Peters says that the CB Trey Amos was in consideration for being their first round pick. That's insane. Adam Peters is meeting with the media now, and he's most probably done on day 2, which makes sense. Starts by saying cornerback Trey Amos from Ole Miss is a player that should have been taken the first one. It was near the top of the board then at the top at the top of number 61. Josh Connolly was Daniel Jeremiah's 39th ranked player. Trey Amos was Daniel Jeremiah's 42nd ranked player. Again, this secondary, man, I think Marshawn Lattimore will have a bounce back year, and you still have Quan Martin. You got Jeremy Reeves, Mike Sanders. So this is good, man. You beef up the secondary, especially since you're playing against in a conference where you go against the Eagles twice a year, the Cowboys twice a year, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, all these guys, Malik Neighbors. So I love it, man. I love it. This is great. Tremendous value, great fit. Adam Peters strikes again, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is an NFL competent front office doing what they're supposed to do and getting a guy in Trey Amos who will change the trajectory of this defense. That definitely will be a game changer. And again, he's physical, and I love to see it. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Trey Amos is a Washington Commander. I love it. Out of Ole Miss, this is great, man. This is great. On to day 3. I think you're 2 for 2 right now building this championship roster, man. It's going to take a lot more draft picks. You need edge help, man. I'm telling you, you need to get a good edge rusher. Probably some sleeper picks. We'll see. Get a Hokie, man. I'm talking those Hokies, man. Don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them. I know I'm being a homer, but it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Trey Amos is a commander. I'm out. Peace.